All right, I'd like to call to order the South Patrick Drive Workshop. It's Tuesday, July 29, 2025. The time is now 5 o'clock p.m. We will start with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silent meditation. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first item is roll call.
Mayor Scott Nichol.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Frank Gerton.
Here.
Councilmember Adam Dyer.
Here.
Councilmember David Nutt.
Here.
Councilmember Susan Romey.
Here.
Okay. Moving on to additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda, if any. Does anyone on council have any changes or additions? Hearing none, we'll move on to our topic of the hour, which is the South Patrick Drive project discussion. This is to consider discussing the city's perspective of needed improvements to South Patrick Drive and development of a consensus of items to provide to FDOT District 5 Secretary John E. Tyler. City Manager Coffey.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, council members, residents gathered here and watching at home. Last year, the city council discussed issues with South Patrick on multiple occasions, initially resulting in Deputy Mayor Gerton traveling to DeLand to personally express consensus items. That was followed up later in the year by a letter that the council all signed. In June, Deputy Mayor Gerton requested another workshop. I will defer my time to Deputy Mayor Gerton.
Okay, thank you. Deputy Mayor Gerton. The floor is yours.
Well, I appreciate that. I guess my concern has been developed over the past, since 1976, with South Patrick Drive. And I'll just be real quick with that and just identify that, and then we'll go on with our council concerns. It started out when I bought our lot where I live in now, and the realtor contacted the county commissioners that my property would never have a problem with the widening of South Patrick Drive. And anyway, make a long story short, that fell through because they wound up getting a piece of my property there. At one time, we had plans, the whole Sunset Harbor there, went ahead and did a little letter to go ahead, and they had 35 signatures, how they wanted to keep azalea, bougainvillea, and camellia open. And that was the plan, to keep it open. And then the FDOT put it out that it was going to be open, and that was the plan. And sometime, which I know, but I'm not going to bring it up, sometime it was developed there. They closed one, they opened up another one, and ended up being Camellia was closed, okay, where they extended that median there. And now Bougainvillea gets all the action, really, basically, out of that place, which is okay. I don't mind it, but we have the worst one they picked for visibility and everything else to go along with it. Okay? So, but it's there and it's not going anywhere else. I've been kind of despondent that in the last 10 years, I haven't gotten excited about people making U-turns, going in the block, and that type of thing. Anyway, what really got me about a couple of weeks ago is when somebody took a left and went in my lot, right on the lot, turned around, and went out. And it wasn't some kid. It was a 70-year-plus woman that made a turn. And I didn't say anything or anything like that. Fine. She was wanting the place to go. FDOT still has not put a sign out there. If you come out of the bank, next to the bank, and the shopping center, and you want to go south, okay, you cannot do that. Okay, it's illegal. As we have police there stationed every now and then, and it's a hard place to go ahead and oversee. So anyway, they have to go north, and that's what happens. They don't know where to turn. I'm not really going to blame them because they really don't know where to turn. There's no sign telling them where to turn. So we had all that concrete asphalt that went in, all this access to everything, yet we closed off Camellia, so now you got to go ahead and fight it Bougainvillea. If you're coming out of Camellia, you want to go left, you can't do it. You want to go north. You have to come down to Bougainvillea to go ahead and make a U-turn there and go north. If you're coming up and you want to make a U-turn because you want to go south, you got to do it at Bougainvillea right there and go south. So it's really created a problem. All the engineers in the world, sometimes we can't help ourselves. And it really created a problem. Now, from that, I'm leading into another thing out there, which is bigger than Bougainvillea. Okay? It's much bigger than Bougainvillea, and that's speed. And as we know, speed kills. We know that. Okay? Would Florida go ahead and come out with 100 mile an hour on the expressway now? Super speeders now. We're going after super speeders. We'll work our way down. My car won't go 100. But anyway, speed is the important thing. I've kind of rode around South Brevard the last 3-4 days, looking at everything that's going on down there. Like Valcaria Road, if you know where that is, 35 mile an hour speed limit. 192, okay? You're going right as you go across US 1, 30 mile an hour speed limit. It gets up to 35 mile an hour speed limit, Dairy Road, and then past Dairy Road, it'll get up to 40. But, so speed, US 1 has come down. If anybody travels US 1 now, it's come down quite a bit. If you're going south on A1A, A1A is 35. If you're going south on A1A, you're going to go ahead and, like Oak Avenue there, that goes to 30. Okay? And that stays to 30 through there. And let me tell you something. The cops patrol it. You don't go 35 down there. Okay? Because they'll nab you and pull you over. Because the first time I ever went 35 down there was the first time I went down there. And the cop pulled me over. And you know what? He was real nice, and I made a mistake, and I don't go 33 or 34. I go 30. And that's what I do. Because they're going to enforce it, and they're going to. Out here, I was thinking 35. That's too fast. I'm thinking, personally, me, traveling there, living there, 30 miles an hour from the O'Galley Causeway to DeSoto Parkway. And that takes into consideration, because I take a left into Bougainvillea. Well, you know what? If I'm not going 40, they're passing me on the right. Okay? I can't go I don't want to go on the right. I want to make a left turn right up here, Bougainvillea, okay? So they're passing me. They're pushing me down the road. And I'm not a slow driver, but I'm not going to go ahead and run up there and all of a sudden pull over and go. I'm not going to do that. So 30 miles an hour gives a lot of opportunity for people to make decisions coming out of the shopping center, either on the two places that you can come out and go south, which you need, because it's crazy, getting crazy over there. So 30 miles an hour would be my recommendation to DeSoto Parkway. So everybody can do that. Plus the fact, I don't know how many times we've had people from our city in here talking about speed in their neighborhood. I don't know how many people wanted speed bumps in their neighborhoods. Well, we've kind of pushed away on the speed bumps, okay? But you know what? People go up A1A now. Cocoa Beach has got a speed bump right in the middle of A1A. And that'll happen one day. We know South Tropical Trail, and of course, we know that situation there. They got speed bumps. Warranted. It's really tight there. So right now, the city is planning to narrow our lanes.
DOT.
Sorry, city, yeah, you're right. DOT is planning on narrowing our lanes to widen our bike lanes, okay, on both sides. And that's another reason why I think if you look at out on 192 by the mall out there, they've gone through that renovation out there. They've closed down their lanes. They've went ahead and put bike lanes in there. And you know what? I drive it now. It's not too bad. Yeah, you got to worry if you got a landscaper next to you with a big wide truck or that type of thing. Maybe, intimidating you a little bit, that type of thing because of the narrow lanes. But overall, if we can go ahead and give bikers the opportunity to feel comfortable on that road there, if we could give them and get them off our sidewalks, because that is a problem in this city with bikers on sidewalks, especially kids. And, because I have people that complain to me all the time, say, what are you going to do getting these bikes off the sidewalk? Because they're walkers, and they live in the residence and they're walkers and they don't want to be run off the sidewalk, that type of thing. So I'll go back and say 30 miles an hour to the Solar Parkway, which gives you an opportunity to go ahead and go Pine Tree, Banana River, cross our business section over there and make police stations down there, Dollar General. We got a lot of things going on down there, in and out, that type of thing. Making decisions at 30 for people, then at 40. And it's tough for the policeman to go ahead and enforce something at 38 miles an hour or 40 miles an hour, that type of thing when the speed limit's 35. They could go up and they'll warn you, but kind of tough on them to go ahead and do that. But at 30, it's a little bit more critical. It is definitely a difference. And our residents ought to feel 100% better because that will carry over into Banana River Drive, Pine Tree Drive, and the areas around, in there. And so I'm at 30 with the support of having pedestrian cross signs at Bougainvillea. We already said that that's the busiest part, traffic coming out now. And down at Wakefield Drive, where the police station is, over in that area there. You have 2 spots, and that's a lot better than people pushing the light, okay, and then taking the allotted time of 30 seconds or 40 seconds to go over. So if you got somebody over there, if they're, disabled or they're 18-year-old kid, pedestrian cross on signs, boom, right across, traffic goes. Plus the fact, at 30, you don't feel as bad, slowing down and stopping. Then you feel like, because the psychology of people that run, down South Patrick to the Pineda is cutting through Melbourne. That's why they do it. You want to cut through Melbourne. You don't want to be bothered going over to Melbourne, okay? Yet, this was never really developed. This was developed to go to Pineda, to the base. It wasn't really developed to go ahead and go to Melbourne. It really wasn't developed for that. So that'd be another reason for that. We have a lot of things going on. we have a lot of slogans. We had Vision Zero a couple of years ago. That was to reduce pedestrian injuries and fatalities. We got right now National Stop on Red Week. So the county is, they're awake when it's concerning traffic. And I think we'll really do a fantastic job as a city if we could go ahead and push through a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit to DeSoto and turn lane, U-turn sign. And I think in that we need medians out there, John, because if somebody wants to cross South Patrick, they're on the same level as the pavement. You see, all these other places, they'll cross and they can't get across all the way, they'll wait on the median. And there was medians planned. I got old paperwork. There were medians planned at one time. They just never put them in. They just painted it that way. So I think that's about what I got to say on that.
Okay, thank you. So I'm looking at the list of items from last year, March of last year. Looks like there's quite a bit of consistency with what you're talking about tonight versus then. I think that's what was used when you approached DOT last year.
Yeah, I think the only thing I've changed there personally is going to, I think it's our city here, and we represent the city, is going to DeSoto instead of going to Jackson. I guess we had to go into Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would be fine just going to DeSoto and let Satellite Beach do what they need to do.
Yeah, we said before doing a speed study of South Patrick Drive within the city limits of Indian Harbor Beach, which would carry it up to the light. Can't remember the name of the road up there. Right by the old Satellite Beach Fire Station, Cassia.
Cassia. Okay.
So, I mean, I think, yeah, we obviously need to stay within our city.
Right.
In terms of what we want to potentially approach DOT with. As far as a specific speed goes, we can say it till we're blue in the face, but, DOT is going to rely on a speed study to come up with any recommendations for changing. I mean, we can suggest it all we want, but that's what they're going to rely on. They're going to rely on those results.
It's hard for me to buy into that. It really is hard to me to buy into that when DOT has not put a sign out there where people should make a U-turn when they come out of the shopping center. I mean, I've had people turn in my lawn, my neighbor's lawn, go down to the end of the street and make a U-turn and come back out. Okay? So, I can't buy into that.
And I'm only
as
talking
well.
about the speed itself.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
talking
understand-
about
no, I
U-turn
understand
movements
that.
Or anything like that. I'm
I
not
understand
talking
that.
pedestrian crossings. Talking purely about a request from this board to DOT about specific speed. Said we can discuss what we would all agree upon as a potential change in speed, and if we agree upon that, then that could be presented to DOT. I'm trying to present what I think is the most realistic thing.
Mayor, I have a
Get it
question?
being done.
I have a question. Is obviously once you head south, it goes from South Patrick to Riverside, but it's still a state road, correct? And I know that it's 25 in the Atlantic, correct? So it is.
It's 25 at the south end of Indian Atlantic, within the city limits of Indian Atlantic, the very south end.
So it is doable, but they just had the speed study. So.
Yeah.
So it is possible.
And it's a two-lane, I mean, just to point out the difference, I mean, it's not,
2 to
it's
4,
obvious,
yeah.
it's a two-lane, and it's going through, a residential area, and I know, Frank, you're gonna say, well, mine's kind of a residential area too, because you guys connect right to that road. There are some differences, and that's why you see that speed increase as you go out of Indian Atlantic heading north, starts picking up to, I think it's 35, I believe, from there up to O'Galley. So again, I think, we can present whatever we want to DOT, and I don't personally take any issue with doing that. But we as a body have to decide if we want to try to assign a number to it, and then we need to agree upon it as a council.
And I chance that. If the council doesn't support it, they don't support it. But I'm just letting you know what happens out there. That's all. We've gone from 3 streets that you could turn in to basically 1, Bougainville. We got everything coming in and out of Bougainville, and I don't mind that. I'm not going to do anything about it. I don't mind that. We have our people, a lot of them go through Bougainville across the street. And that's another reason why we need a pedestrian crosswalk there, where they could just push a button. So we have something that, I hate to say it, but they've neglected that right out there. They've neglected it for the past whatever, how many years.
And that's definitely, there's no doubt, to me, it's pretty obvious that that's our hot spot for accidents up there. I saw one the other night. It's constantly, it seems like there's something going on there. So without question, there needs to be more work done by DOT to figure out what can be done. I think one of the items on here was the signal warrant analysis at the Publix driveway to see if one is warranted at that location. That's a tough location. You would think that, yes, that would be a good spot for it. It's very close to the signal at O'Galley. So that's something that DOT has to grapple with when they have a signal warrant analysis done. And they'll have a consultant that'll go through and do all the stuff they're supposed to do to come up with that study and to determine whether or not it's warranted. I want to see them do that. That's absolutely something I think needs to happen. I think that would eliminate a lot of accidents by having a signal there.
Mayor?
Yes.
Obviously, you have experience with some of these traffic studies. Are you familiar with the study that they actually did for A1A when they changed it from 45 to 35? And is there anything that we can do to use that in our defense as something that's comparable to, because obviously A1A, if they're at 35, we should be able to meet the same standard on South Patrick.
Yeah, and I'm not familiar with the specifics of the study they did for putting in, they basically did it in conjunction with putting in the pedestrian crossings, the mid-block crossings, and the what they call the RRFB, the flashing lights signals. But there's no doubt we can approach DOT about considering this. I don't want to send the wrong message.
I get it. I just want to make sure that if they're already on the side of saying no because of studies they've done in the past, I think we'd like to have a little ammunition in order to combat their no's and say, well, A1A meets the same standards as far as that 35. There's no reason why South Patrick cannot.
Right, and short of, as it stands right now, we make the request and DOT implements if they proceed ahead with whatever warrant studies they're going to do, whether it be for a signal or a speed study. There's 2 different studies. Those are 2 different reports. They're going to hire their consultant or consultants to do the studies. Short of us hiring a consultant to look at the issue and to potentially help push the idea of these things. That's something we could consider doing, but obviously that costs money for us to do that. If that's something we want to entertain, then we could potentially look at that. Otherwise, it's out of our hands. It literally is in DOT's hands. And we can jump up and down and make noise. Don't get me wrong, we can definitely do that. But so far, like to your point, they've been saying no to us for a while.
Wasn't there something, last time we spoke about this, was they just recently did one? speed study or, on South Patrick?
I
Or
think
they're
that
waiting
they
for the
did. They had
construction
done
or
one
something?
a while back, fairly recently
Okay.
anyway, and I don't think it warranted the reduction in speed. But that doesn't mean it wouldn't, you know, it's, you know, I know it's safe, like, for instance, I'm more familiar with traffic signal warrants, but there's 7 or 8 criteria that they look at, and to determine, and it could be pedestrian safety, it can be speed, it can be a number of things, but it has to meet a certain level or a certain number of criteria before they'll consider it to be warranted. And I suspect the speed study is the same thing. I think it gets complicated. It gets into, you know, what's the current population traveling at on that road. And part of the criteria is if the general traveling public is going less than the posted speed limit, that actually bolsters your argument to lower the speed limit. If everybody's cruising along at 40, 45 miles an hour, they're not necessarily going to come in and lower the speed because people might be going the speed limit or a little faster. I'm not a traffic engineer, but I've seen enough of the information and the studies. I know what they're looking at anyway. It's rely heavily on these studies, but
Have they ever actually done something at the will of the people when the citizens actually asked for it and in majority? You know, other than a consensus of a council, I mean, has there been enough where there was enough concerns, complaints coming from the citizens to ask for something of that?
Can I answer that?
I would say yes, it can happen. Just, I mean, I've seen some things, some traffic lights installed, this is going way back though. I mean, this is
Right.
a long time ago where kind of head scratcher, you know? like,
Yeah.
All of a sudden this light shows up there and doesn't appear to be any rhyme or reason for it. So it's possible that there's enough public outcry or push to make things happen, but I don't know what kind of latitude DOT has themselves as a governing body to stray from the confines of the results of a study.
Correct. And it's not like we're asking for them to spend a lot of money to put up a 35-mile-an-hour speed limit sign.
It's not a cost issue.
Yeah.
At all. You know, the
It's done.
signalization stuff is not cheap to do that, but it's, you know, they're gonna, if a signal warrant study's done at that location by Publix and it shows that it warrants a signal, they'll put a signal in.
Understood.
I do want to say something there. At one time, we had all the signatures in there that wanted Azalea, Bougainville, and Camellia open. Well, that was whitewashed without people knowing it, okay? And all of a sudden, the politics involved in it closed Camellia. And that was because of the yacht club, which is fine. But however, they caused a lot of problems in that when they sent everything to Bougainville. To solve that problem is, you know, you got people sometimes trying to make a left turn to go north, coming out of Camellia, making a U-turn to go north, and you got somebody looking to go ahead and make a U-turn coming out of the shopping center. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Okay, so I'm talking about a solution. First of all, we need a U-turn sign and maybe a raised median in those areas there, okay, which will make it a little safer for people crossing over and knowing where to go. I think it's important for those people in that community over there and to go ahead and have raised median there and a place to let people know where to make a U-turn. I've seen people go down to the Nance house, all the way down the end of Poinciana, to make a U-turn to come back out and to go in the street there, which is crazy. Yet, those are the most conservative ones. I like those people, because they're really conservative. You talk about the aggressive ones, they'll make a U-turn out there, in the middle there, and go ahead and go. So, if we could come to consensus, I think speed is important. Speed is important not only for out there, speed is important for Yacht Club Boulevard, Wimbigo, all those other places that wanted speed bumps. Okay, so you kind of slow the people's mentality down instead of having the mentality of turning onto O'Galley Causeway, South Patrick Drive, and get in position to go ahead and get by that turn lane up there by Banana River Drive, okay, to get in that left turn lane. It's all positioning, and they'll push you down, and if you don't go fast enough, they'll pass you. And the cops are out there, but it's kind of hard for them to kind of keep in the background because there's not too many places to go besides that tree over there, and also by the family practice there. We had one, and it's kind of hard there. But they are trying to go ahead and make themselves visible. Speed is the problem.
And a point to be made about the speed bumps you were talking about in Cocoa Beach, there's enough of an outcry that they got removed.
They did.
Yeah. So,
They're gone now. So.
yeah.
In Atlantic as well.
So,
Atlantic's never-
so they put them in and then they took them out. So it's just a matter of, I don't know what the politics, what that was behind getting them in or getting them out.
Well, it's the politics behind it, that's
Yeah.
for sure, getting them out.
But it was a big change, definitely.
So,
All right, so we're, essentially, the list that's there from 2024 is still a valid list in terms of our concerns. I think it lists everything that you just spoke about. Potential exception to it or modification to it would be to us to decide if we want to specify a certain speed that we would like to see it reduced to.
personally, I don't think we need a speed study. I think we've had a speed study out there every day and the results of it over there. And I think the mentality of our workshops, not a workshop, but our meetings, occasionally we'll have people coming in here and complaining about speed in their neighborhoods.
Deputy Mayor, I want to make a point that I think that last study was done prior to A1A being changed to 35. So it might be wise for us to ask for it now, and there may be something different that, in the data that may change that to 35.
That's a good point.
I think probably just a good approach to request the speed study anyway.
And
Because if you don't request it, there's the potential for whoever the staff person is that we're talking
Correct.
to, or staff that we're talking to make a unilateral decision without the study.
Correct.
And my guess is that decision's not going to be to change the speed, because in order to make that kind of a decision, they're going to want a basis for doing so. They don't want to be hung with making that decision and having issues with it. And so I think it's a good idea to ask for it again. I agree that it's, couldn't hurt to have an updated one done.
So Mayor, are you asking for a specific speed limit in order to put into the request?
Well, I'm saying we can suggest anything we'd like.
I would like to see it at 35 if we can get a consensus on that through, if possible.
And I personally like the idea of 35. It makes it consistent with A1A. In case there's any inclination of people to have switched over from A1A over to South Patrick to find a little faster route. I think 35s would be more palatable to DOT than 30 would. I'm not saying 30's wrong per se, but it's trying to get something done. That's my personal feeling is 35.
Mr. Mayor, if I could just interject, late this afternoon, I was informed by FDOT District 5 that the construction project is scheduled to start within the next 30 to 60 days, so that might impact their willingness to do a speed study if they're doing construction on the road.
That is true. Keep in mind, it also does take quite some time for them to schedule the studies, it's good to get in the queue. And even if it gets slightly delayed by their project, I don't know what the time frame is on their project, but they're not touching the curbing, they're working within the existing asphalt footprint that's out there now. It's a lot of restriping, intersection, ADA ramp modification type of work, is my understanding of it. So I don't think the project will take too long to complete, so, which is good. It'll be over with fairly quickly, I think. But I say we get in line now.
And I would agree that of the list, the number one issue would be the speed on South Patrick. So I would like to see another speed study done, and 35 is comparable to A1A, because obviously the study was done prior to A1A speed lowering, and also there's been an increase in traffic because of that lowering of A1A, so at least be comparable.
Plus the fact that it's really not comparable to A1A. A1A is really built for a faster speed limit than this place is, for sure. In my thinking, this should be less than A1A. You're talking about 4 lanes, and you're talking about really only about a mile or 3/4 of a mile where you have. Other than that, it's a 2-lane road all the way out there. So I think we prepare the people driving on this road out here. We're preparing them when they come across off the O'Galley Causeway or come make a right turn or left turn, whatever. When they see that sign 30 miles an hour, they'll slow down and not have the mentality they have now about jacking for position. So because it goes from 2 lanes, 4 lanes to 2 up on. I'm trying to think of the street now. You know, up on the road up there. So I.
DeSoto.
No, not
Yeah, you're talking
DeSoto.
about where it narrows up here,
Yeah.
Banana River.
Yeah, Banana River. Banana River Drive. So then if you want to go ahead and pick it up 35 down there, we got all these cars that positioning for positioning up there for. I think I'd rather see it at 30.
Frank, can I just ask?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Why has it been such a big deal to get a U-turn sign? Has it been denied, or it hasn't actually been asked? It seems pretty easy to put a
It's
U-turn.
been a big deal getting anything done when it comes out to that area out there. It's been a big deal, anything done. Give you the history of it. At one time, when they were redoing it out there, we had all 3 open. Bougainvillea, Camellia, Azalea, all 3 open. And all of a sudden, one of them closed. The politics back there. It closed. And then all of a sudden, a different one opened and closed. And then we got the median out there, which the yacht club pushed that, and I don't blame them. They pushed it, and we suffered. The problem is they sent all the problem to the worst area there, where you got a speed bump coming out of Bougainvillea, where it's raised high. It's a good central area for a light for people to go ahead and cross over, but it was neglected. The county commissioners told me, everything will be fine. We don't need any property if it expands, that type of thing. Well, I have the evidence, but what does that do? They change on the job. Realistically, they change on the job. And that's what happened out here. They changed the plans on the job. Miami curb and gutter, okay? I have a drawing where Miami curb and gutter comes on down past where my front lawn is. Well, right now, I got blacktop in the driveway, okay? What am I gonna complain? I'm happy I got blacktop.
I will mention the fact that if we do go to the 35, or not saying it's, this kind of parlays the 35 mile an hour on South Patrick. It's going to parlay into our next workshop with the low-speed vehicles, because as of now, they're allowed to go on A1A, which I don't see it being a safe place for them to be, whereas not much safer, but it is safer. South Patrick is definitely a much safer road that will be 35 that's permissible for a low-speed vehicle to be on. So that, like I said, there's a lot of aspects to getting this to 35. And I understand where you're coming from in the 30, but I think 35 is a good ask.
Okay, and the other thing I think the emphasis is on the, if you all agree with this, is the signal study at the public driveway. Something's got to be done in that area.
This last wreck over the last couple of days ago is a good example.
Yep, too many accidents there. Something has to be done, whether it's a traffic signal or something else. So, all right, so do we have a consensus on the items? So far, I'm seeing 4 out of 5 for 35.
Yes, 35.
John, does this just consensus is fine? Okay. All right, then. All right, next is public comments. Anyone from the public wish to come up and speak on this item, please come forward, state your name and address, and you will have 3 minutes to speak.
My name is Mike Davis. I live at 280 Azalea Terrace. I have a very similar situation that Frank does. Everything you've said, I agree with. The only thing I'm thinking of is if there's a possibility to put a light somewhere between Yacht Club and O'Galley, that alone would stop people from speeding through there. They'd have to stop and restart. So that would help just the speed alone. I'm not sure where the best place that would be, but something that maybe to look into. And I think the median thing is a very positive thing to look at. Because where I live, there's 7 lanes of traffic to go across the street. So I call it the highway to nowhere. And I think if there was a median, some way to do that, that would help, like he said, people could cross the street. But everything else was a concern of mine also. But I think the light might be a good thing if there's any possibility.
Yeah, okay, very good, thank you. Anybody else in the public wish to speak on this item? All right, hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Dyer, second by Councilmember Nutt. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Was that an opposed?
Opposed.
That's an opposed?
Yeah.
So you don't want to adjourn?
Opposed.
Okay, so, all right, motion carries 4-1.